I'm kind of lost at what, really to do. How y'all feeling? Everybody's good? Cool? Y'all cats up there good? y'all real cool up there, what I mean? Got his legs all propped up and whatnot, I understand that. That's where I would be at if I was in your position. So, thank you. And I'm very interested to hear, I love to come and listen, especially when it comes to the youth. So I'm really here to help y'all along your way, not, to showcase my own stuff off. So we'll get into some poetry in a second. A couple things about me. I was the first spoken word artist signed to Def Jam Records. And I was also the first spoken word artist to leave Def Jam Records. And wow, I was the first poet to get the hip hop quotable in the Source. I'm the only poet to have been on Rap City. I was part of the phenomenal cast of 9 poets from Def Poetry on Broadway, which went on to win the Tony Award 2003. We also, Def Poetry, the HBO show, has gained accolades like the Peabody Award. I've never been to college, not saying anything is wrong with it. I hope my children definitely go, if that's their route, then that's what they're supposed to do. I was a barber all my life, but I was an artist longer. And for some odd reason, my work is being studied at Columbia University and Harvard University.
Wow.
So, I do what I do, And, yeah, I'm all right, so they say. And but this here is, I discovered the love of teaching about 2 years ago. I moved to Newark, New Jersey. And I started teaching at Central High School where Ras Baraka was the principal, and Ras Baraka, who's actually a phenomenal poet himself. His father is Amiri Baraka, who was the poet laureate of New Jersey until some years ago when New Jersey government decided to pass new laws to snatch that from him because of a poem that he did on Def Poetry on HBO about 9/11. So that is the power you have with your words. And who do y'all up on current events? Yeah. Always. So what is as of late? What is the latest testimony of the power of the voice? Do y'all know? Meaning, like, when I say that, I mean like somebody lately has been acknowledged for the power within their voice. Do y'all know who that is?
Oh, that guy, the homeless guy.
Ted Williams. Y'all know who Ted Williams is?
Oh yeah, the guy with the radio voice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see him.
Exactly. Like that's this is why we're here. Right? Because we all in the spoken word. Because there's a difference. You have poetry, and everybody can write poetry. I believe that. You can sit down and you can write your, definitely express your thoughts, but to get up on the mic and actually give it to people is a different art. And that's the power of your voice. So we're all here because we're interested in that, in expressing that power, correct? Or some of us, we think that poetry is our leg to stardom. We want to be rappers, but we don't really know how to rhyme, so we're going to be poet. I've met all those. So, I guess we can keep it really free flowing. So if you guys have any questions about who I am, or feel free. I'm real easy. I'm no celebrity at all in any. Though interviews and the media might say so, I don't feel that way at all. I'm a barber. When I'm not on the road doing a show, or teaching a class, I'm behind a chair cutting somebody's hair. So feel free to, look at me just like I'm your uncle or your big brother, or, however that goes. Yes, sir.
Do you still do live performances?
Absolutely.
What about New Jersey? What is the next time you're doing?
When I do something, when's the next time I'm doing something in Jersey?
Yeah.
Today. Right now.
Oh, I thought you said you weren't going to do it.
Oh, I'm a spit for y'all. I mean, why would I come here and a bunch of poets and not spit? I was just saying, I'm really here to hear y'all, you know. Y'all want to hear me do my little bit of poetry, I will, you know. But I'm pretty sure mine's not as hot as y'all's is. Go ahead, brother.
My favorite poet is Shihan.
That's my man.
I mean, that's my favorite poet.
Yeah.
I want to know how is it working with Shihan?
How's it working with Shihan? Oh man, this is no. Shihan is a very, very good brother. Raised, he has actually his father is Ron Van Cleef. He's before your time, but Ron Van Cleef was one of the original martial arts. You know, like a Jackie Chan, and you know, like Ron Van Cleef used to star with like Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee and Jim Kelly and all these cats back in the '70s. And Shihan has a very heavy philosophy about himself. You know, when you see him, you can tell that he's of a very calm and maintained and controlled spirit. You know, his ego and his self-esteem are in perfect place. You know, so he's a good dude. I'm gonna tell him that, you know, he got a big fan that, you know. Okay. Well, whatever I can do to help that, man, I got his number, so you know, whatever I can do to help that. And hopefully hopefully this won't just be the day. This will be a continuous thing, so we'll get to know each other, and you know, y'all get to know me, and I'll get to know y'all, and we'll develop and learn and get greater together. So if that's the case, then I'll definitely have all my close wordsmith kin out. You know what I'm saying? That come and holler. So I'll definitely make sure we put that. Well, we put it out in the universe already, so it'll come back. Oh, we appreciate that. Anybody? Yes.
Where did you?
Beautiful pieces, by the way. I'm sorry.
Where did you start doing performing live at? Like, is there a certain city or place that you first got your start?
Philly. Philly, definitely. We were back. I started performing in like '91. Huh?
Did you go to Just Words?
I go to Just Words now. Just Words wasn't around when I first started. You know, I started back in like '91, '92. I've been writing all my life, but I got, my best friend took me to my first spoken word set back in '91, '92, and it, you know, I completely became addicted to it immediately, and I just never stopped. So, and the thing about Philly that was different from other places when it comes to the spoken word movement and poetry is that we didn't slam. You know, slamming is something very new to Philadelphia. It's not we were really like the Roots crew. We were really everybody like Jill Scott, music, all of your Philly neo soul artists. Jill Scott, music. At that time, you had Jazzy Fat Nasties, even Black Thought. You know, Black Thought from the Roots. We were all poets, and DJ Rich Medina. We were all poets, and then everybody kind of branched off and did their own thing, whatever their other endeavor was. I just decided to stay with it. But at that point, there was no competition. We would just get together to really just share, and it was really about the dynamic of sharing, you know, what was going on, you know, and slamming came after the phenomenon of slamming in Philadelphia came post-Def Poetry. And there's nothing wrong with that because I believe in the kind of friendly competition, even though I've never been a slammer. I don't believe in it for myself because I just don't think that, like with your words, when you came up here, the things that you spoke, I don't think can be put into competition because that's your truth. So I can't really compare your truth to another poet's truth in competition. It's, you know, if you believe it, then it is. Knowledge can't be conquered. It can only be built upon. So I can never be the judge of someone's work. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the motive of it, you know, in a lighter sense. So any other questions? Yeah?